family, the Afro Bum Queen is back. I hope you are good. I am great. God is still good. Thank you so much for coming back. Now, in today's video, we're going to be looking at your hair types. We're going to be looking at your porosity, and we're going to talk about this baby over here. Yes, I'm proud to say this is all me. Thank God, like almost 3 years of hard work. So I'm going to show you how I achieved this hairstyle. I don't know what to call it. It looks like a high puff, but at the same time it's a mohawk, and at the same time it's got bangs, so I don't know, or rather a fringe. But anyway, let's get straight into it. Number one, knowing your hair type does not really have any effect on how slow or how fast or how well or how healthy your hair can grow or how long it can grow. But it's nice for you to know, so that when you do certain hairstyles, you can understand why it comes out a different way for your hair as opposed to the next person. It really does not matter in terms of how long your hair is going to grow or how thick you can have your hair and all of that. So we've got 3 types, or rather we've got types of hair from A all the way to 4. Those are the ones I know well. And from the A1 is the straight hair, the Caucasian straight hair, that's A. And the 4 type is the coiliest actually. I've got 4C hair, like purely 4C. My curls are very tight. On this picture, you can see from A up until 4, then the curl changes as you go higher and higher in numbers and in letters. So mine is definitely 4C. Like it's been 4C. I've seen it's 4C. Other people, they've got 3B. Other people have got both 4B and 4C. Others have got 4A and 4B in the same head. Like, that's how great our God is, right? So yeah, now, like I said, it has no effect really on how your hair grows. But now the only difference is certain hairstyles comes out in a certain way on a certain curl pattern. For instance, if I do a flat twist, or I do a twist out, or I do a braid out, it will look different to yours if you don't have 4C hair. Let's say, for instance, you've got 4A. Your twist out, your flat twists, your braid outs, your bantu knots, they will come out different as compared to mine. Of course, there are other ways of enhancing the curl pattern, or rather manipulate. Ne? There's other ways of manipulating it. We can use gels, we can use moisturizers, just to try and get a certain curl. Like for instance, when I do my wash and go, my hair does not look like this. I will do a wash and go video later, but for now my hair is like this in its natural state. Its natural curl is actually like this, so you can easily tell that it's actually 4C. So basically that's that. It just has to do with the styling. So have you gone to a hair salon and said, I want that particular hairstyle, then they do it on you and you're like, but it does not look exactly the same as the picture, especially if it's those kind of hairstyles that demand for you to have a certain type of a texture in order for it to come out exactly like that. And then don't cry too much. Understand your texture. Love your hair type. Love it, because there's nothing you can do to change it, really. Absolutely nothing. Number 2, let's move on to porosities. There's low porosity. Low porosity means that your hair cuticles are shut, they are closed. So you have a hair strand, or rather a hair shaft, then the outer layer of that hair shaft is what we call cuticles. So it's either they're open, they're mid-open, or they're completely closed. So if you've got low porosity, your cuticles are closed. Porosity means how porous is your hair strand? How porous is it? How much can it allow product in and allow product out? So if your cuticles are closed, that means you've got low porosity. So your hair is not that porous, right? So that means when you use product, or when you choose products, you need to use products which are very light in texture, very, very light. Like for instance, shea butter is very thick, it's very heavy. Chances are when you apply it on low porosity hair, it's just going to sit on top of the strands. It's not moisturizing the hair at all. And then what can work better is creams, light creams. The consistency must be very nice and light, then it can try and penetrate your hair shaft. And other than that, another thing that you can do when you've got low porosity in order for you to get any kind of moisture or to get your cuticles to open, even if it's just a little bit, so that you can get product in. Just make sure you warm up your product. If you're doing a deep conditioner, take that deep conditioner and warm it up. Whether you take a bowl with hot water, put the conditioner in another bowl, put that bowl inside the hot water and just let it warm up a little bit. You're not trying to make it hot, you're trying to warm it up. If you don't want all of that, you can just pop it in the microwave, but we all know that a microwave is not the healthiest thing to do, to use. So once your cream or your deep conditioner is nice and warm, then you apply it to your hair. So it gives your hair better chance of actually absorbing the deep conditioner. So when you're done with that, you've washed it out, just try and rinse your last rinse. Make sure that your water is still warm, because you want to keep those cuticles open, so that when you do your LOC method, your lock method, or your LCO method, which is leave-in, conditioner and oil, you can still get the product inside the hair strand. So after that, you take a light oil and you just seal it off. Then you know that you've got moisture. Of course, if you've got low porosity, you'll be moisturizing much more than other people would, right? And then there's high porosity. High porosity means your cuticles are wide open, which is the exact opposite of low porosity. Is it a good thing? Unfortunately not, because if they are wide open, it means it's easy for product to go in, but it's also easy for product to go out. So you need to find a way to make sure that when the product is in, then you try and close it, close the cuticles. So with low porosity, you try and open the cuticles by warming up the product. So that means with high porosity, you'll have to try and close your cuticles after you've put in your moistures with something cold and thick. So your shea butters will work better. Your cold product will work much, much, much better, right? And then if you've got the middle one, which is not high, not low, the mid one, then you've got the ideal porosity, because you can get away with heavy creams, you can get away with light creams, you can get away with heavy oils, you can get away with light oils. So in my case, I've got the middle one. Thank God I've got the middle one. And that means in the winter, I can get away with my shea butters, nice and thick. Then they get into my hair, then I can seal it off. Then the moisture lasts me a little bit longer. In the summer, I use light creams. I can get away with them because my hair allows. The cuticles are just opened at the right size or the right distance, so I can do that. So now, the test itself. How do you know which type of hair do you have in terms of porosity? There's different ways of doing that, but the one that I believe is much more reliable is the water test, and actually testing out the product on your hair. Number one, when you take a glass of water, you put the hair in, try and saturate it into the water. Don't worry, you're not trying to make it sink. If it does not sink, it does not sink. If it sinks, it will sink. So if you've got low porosity, your hair will be at the top of the glass. Then if you've got mid, it will go and sink up until the middle of the glass. And if you've got high porosity, the hair will just run straight to the bottom of your glass. Then that's how you know whether we've got high, mid, or low porosity. And then another method is, as you use products, you will tell that, no man, this product is just sitting on my hair. If it's got a white residue, that residue just stays there forever and ever, and you're like, when is it going to get into the hair? You know, that's how I actually learned that my hair absorbs product good and it keeps it longer. How do I know it keeps it on for longer? I only moisturize about twice a week. The rest of the time I just spray my hair with water and I am good. So let me show you guys how to do the porosity test with the water. So I've just taken a few strands of my hair, very clean hair, freshly washed, and I'm going to throw it in the glass, and you will see with me that I actually have the good one. So let's get straight into that. Okay guys, these are strands of hair which I'm going to put in this glass of water, right? And then I'm just going to drop it in just to check what porosity this is. And remember, this is freshly washed hair. So I'm just going to saturate it in the glass, because otherwise it's just going to sit on top. If it's low porosity, it's supposed to stay up here So we'll give it a minute. We'll give it a minute. From where I'm standing, it looks like it's going down. It looks like it's sinking, guys. So just give it some time. Say 3 minutes max. So in 3 minutes time, I think that will be long enough for you to be able to tell. Let's just saturate it some more. Okay, there's the hair. I don't know if you can see it going down. Then it stops somewhere in the middle. Did you see that? It has stopped. Can you guys see that? Okay guys, as promised, this is the hairstyle part. My hair is currently in braids. These are 3-strand braids. I normally use this to stretch my hair. Now I'm going to use oil. I never touch my hair without either water or oil. So in this case, I'm going to use oil because I don't want my hair to shrink. I want maximum stretch. So I'm just gonna oil my hands, and more especially focusing on my fingertips because the fingers are what does the job. And yeah, this is how I stretch my hair without heat, guys. In the almost 3 years that I've been natural, I have not used a hair dryer to stretch my hair or for anything else. Maybe in the future I'll stretch it, but for now, this works. Oh guys, look at that. Isn't my hair just so long? And you know, I noticed this grows over this winter, these few winter months that we've had. I've grown quite a bit, so I'm happy with that. So I'm just continuing to unravel. The oil is helping with frizz, and I'm gonna let you guys watch, and I'll come back when we get to the next stage of the hairstyle. Okay guys, that was the last one. So I'm just combing my hair using my fingers. Guys, for those who've never believed me when I said I don't like the comb, because most people, when they think about going natural, they're thinking the comb. I don't comb either. I just use my fingers. So now I'm just going to separate the hair in the very crown of my head, just to put it aside so that it can give me that long bangs, or rather long fringe that I want in the front. So I'm using a stocking here. And guys, please try and make your stocking string as thick as possible. That way it does not break your hair. Mine was actually too thin, but anyway, it serves the purpose today. And I'm not going to lose the rest of my hair just because I used the string today. So I continue manipulating the hair with my fingers. I'm actually just raking through my hair, pulling and tugging until I get the desired look. So this is basically what I do. I don't even use a pick. Sometimes I'll take a pick and pick right at the ends, but today I don't even need to because I think the hairstyle is coming in together. So now, obviously, after you have tied the hair, you will now want to close that line that you made. Can you see now? There's no line there anymore. Then I take my other brush. It's got very soft bristles. I've been using this brush, guys, for the longest time. And because my edges are so fuzzy, I try my best not to stress them even further. So there I'm just trying to close any gaps and trying to rake the hair through so that it gives me that nice finish. And of course our hair falls, guys, so that's why I'm having that towel, and because I'm wearing a white top, so I want to keep it clean. So yeah, basically that's that. You just play around with the hair until you have the bangs as low or as high as you want them, and you keep pulling and pushing. So yeah, there's the desired look. That's the back. And guys, don't forget the nape of your head. Normally we forget to brush that part and then it looks all untidy. But yeah, basically that's that. So you can see the bun is nice. The stocking has disappeared into the hair. Oh my goodness, I still have brown hair in there. I had a brown color in the summer, and then I had a very formal function that I needed to attend, and I wanted to go back to black, so I dyed my own hair. So thank God to this video. Now I know I still have a little bit of brown, but I like it. I actually like it. So yeah, the line is gone, completely concealed. And yeah, basically that's that. That's the hairstyle. So even if you've got short hair, guys, you can rock this. I've been rocking this hairstyle for as long as I can remember. I had shorter hair. The trick here is just make sure that all your lines are concealed so that people don't get to know your business, you know? So yeah, basically that's that. Try it and let me know in the comment section below what you think. And enjoy. Okay guys, so yeah, basically that's that. Here's the hairstyle finished and now accessorized with the earrings and stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I hope now that you know your hair type, you'll relax in terms of hairstyles. Now that you know your hair porosity, you will choose wiser when you buy products, and you will test out what works for you. And at the end of the day, we can all have healthy, long hair. I always say health before length. If you take care of your hair and your hair is healthy, then you can enjoy the health of your hair. Then the length will automatically come. So thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next video.